The following is a production of White Lightning Entertainment. This is Burning Rubber Radio.
And Kyle Larson gets his first ever stage win at Martinsville. His fourth of the season. He leads all drivers in that category. Denny Hamlin looking for those green and white checkers to end stage number 2. Seventh stage win at Martinsville for Hamlin, more than any other driver. William Byron comes to the flag and wins the Cookout 400.
1-2-3 finish for Hendrick Motorsports, 40th anniversary.
First time that's ever happened at Martinsville Speedway. One team taking the top 3 spots.
Oh, yeah, boy. Hell yeah.
Burning Rubber Radio is brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching. It's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. Now from the White Lightning Entertainment Studios in Statesville, North Carolina, here's your host, Andy DeLay.
Woohoo! Burning Rubber, baby. Oh, my gosh, folks. It's another week of Burning Rubber Radio, the fastest 60 minutes in motorsports. And I have got to tell you all something before we get too far into this. Oh, you got to see the video part of our show on YouTube. Go over to youtube.com/Burning Rubber Radio. But I wish we had outtakes of what we were doing just before the show. Wayne Owens, my wonderful producer, was dancing.
I'm in a good mood today, brother.
Oh, my gosh. That's just stuff that we can't unsee, brother.
Hey, you know what's funny is while y'all might not like what was being seen just now, I had some ladies this weekend that were loving it pretty much. Thank you.
Oh, boy, this is TMI because now this is really a bad mental picture. Of course, we got the NASCAR chef with us over there too, John. Are you ready to eat and serve up some food?
I'm ready, brother. I'm just trying to get that visual image out of my head. But anyway, it is what it is.
It's not that bad. Hey, trust me, my dancing is a lot better than the idea of you on that bearskin rug.
Yeah, well, okay. You got a point there, Wayne.
I don't know, man. I guess the folks out there in radio land, if you're wondering, what are they talking about? Just think of this. Think of a monkey fucking a football. There you go. That's anyway, well, we started off the show with one already air wrench. Wayne, how many were last week's show?
So last week we set another new record for the amount of air wrenches thanks to our soapbox segment. And we had 21 air wrenches.
Holy smokes, 21 air wrenches, man. You're keeping the pit crew, the Burning Rubber Radio pit crew freaking in business. Anyway.
Yeah, Jeremy had to buy me a new impact wrench because of all that.
Anyway, moving on. This week, as you all see on our wonderful shirts, if you're watching us on video, if not, listen. Drive Refine it's more than driving coaching, man. We got Joey Coulter with us. Going to talk a little Drive Refine. Tell us what's going on in the land of Joey Coulter. I know that we have Newman's been driving for Coulter Motorsports. We'd maybe talk to him about that.
Yep.
A lot of nice stuff, and I know he's got a brand new house down here in Florida. I saw all the videos of that. That's pretty cool.
Oh, yeah. No, I saw the pictures that Jess put up this past weekend, and oh, my God, it's so pretty.
Yeah, they got a slide in their living room. I think that's pretty
right?
cool.
Like that is so unique. Like, it's cool. And like I would purposely go to Florida just to slide down that slide.
No, Wayne, it would collapse, brother.
Oh, Lord.
Either way, though, we got to get back to the topics at hand here for the week before we get too far out in left field like we do every single week on the show. And again, like Andy said, the show this week brought to you by Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com. Hit up Joey Coulter Ostaterio and get yourself a little bit of it's not driver coaching, it's Drive Refine. They work with you and your crew chief to create a better communication platform. Also brought to you by MyPillow. Visit mypillow.com/BRR and use the promo code BRR at checkout for free shipping on your entire order. And then also the folks over at iRacing. Visit iRacing.com to get signed up today for the world's premier online motorsports simulation. It is by far, hands down, the best simulator on the market. And, when we talked to our guest last week from the NASCAR Hall of Fame, they use iRacing. Dale Jr. is always involved in iRacing as one of the executive board members. It is by far one of the best. And to some people, yes, it might be just a video game, but the fact of the matter is it is still a simulation nonetheless, because it is the most realistic platform out there for motorsports today. And, we got to talk about news, too, when we get into news of the week coming up here in just a little bit, because, man, it was a Hendrick weekend at Martinsville.
1, 2, 3, baby.
Yeah, another 1, 2, 3. They did it at Daytona with William Byron winning at Daytona in 1, 2, 3 fashion. They did it again at Martinsville in 1, 2, 3 fashion. But we're going to talk all about that coming up here in just a little bit with news of the week. But real quickly, we do need to step aside, take the first 4 and fuel of the show. And when we come back, like I said, guys, news of the week for you.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
we can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
Help every child we can.
Because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
Because their future
is our future.
And there's still so much they can teach us.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on X at twitter.com/BRR_radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It's producer Wayne along with the NASCAR chef John Dix and Andrew Dallaire. And he just gives that little fancy wave hi.
That's that Queen Elizabeth wave.
Yeah, I was going to say it's
Queen Elizabeth.
There you go.
I was going to say, is it the Queen Elizabeth wave, or is it that wave I'm about to pull your ass over?
Oh yeah, the pull your ass over wave. Yeah.
There you go.
Oh, but we have guys. We rip on Andy all the time, for certain things that mannerisms that he does in the show that really show off his law enforcement background. But the fact is, folks, we love and respect our law enforcement, and I will be the first one to say it. I know John has said it numerous times. If it wasn't for the good guys in law enforcement, then where would we be? We'd be a lawless society.
Absolutely, yeah.
But actually, it's kind of funny. I met an officer with the Charlotte-Mecklenburg Police Department this past weekend too. Had him as a rider in my car, and we got to talking about a lot of things, and NASCAR actually being one of them too, which was kind of nice. So it was a lot of fun all the way around here. But moving on into news of the week, and now. It's happened again. A 1, 2, 3 finish for Hendrick Motorsports at Martinsville this time. Happened at Daytona to open up the season, and here we are 8 races later, and it happens again. And guess who was at the helm both times? And that being one Willie B. in the number 24 Exalta Chevrolet.
Yep.
There was a hell of a Did you see all the people in the stands with the Hendrick stuff on, holding up the big H for Hendrick? And
yep,
there was 1,500 Hendrick people there.
Well, that too, and then it was also a memorable weekend as well here, Andy, because Rick had his wife's name, Lisa, tagged all over the cars that he owns this weekend. It was a big thing for Hendrick in general, and honestly, it was a pretty cool little tribute for his wife as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was a 40-year anniversary or something.
Yeah, Hendrick Motorsports is 40th year.
Yep.
And this whole year, 2024, is their 40th. And congratulations, Hendrick Motorsports. It's a good thing. I know folks out there, Hendrick, the fat felon, and all that other. So listen. Hendrick Motorsports has been a leader in NASCAR Cup Series, Xfinity Series, and even the trucks. Oh, yeah. Let me tell you, without Hendrick Motorsports, the sport wouldn't be where it's at right now. I'm very happy to see that they've been around for 40 years. And as Jeff Gordon has said, that Hendrick Motorsports has not turned a profit in the last 6 or 7 years.
Right.
So they're in this for the love of the sport, boys.
Yeah, that's ever since they hired Jeff Gordon.
No, believe it or not, they're actually not paying Jeff as much as you would think. But one of the other cool things, and this goes back to the memorable moment from this past weekend here, like you said, John, it was in front of a crowd of employees as well as supporters that gathered in tents overlooking Turn 2. Hendrick became the only organization to sweep the podium in a cup race at Martinsville. So that's the first time that's happened
ever
with any one race team ever in the history of Martinsville. And Byron's win was also the 29th for Hendrick Motorsports at Martinsville, which actually sets another record as the most for an organization at a single NASCAR venue.
Yep, I know Jimmy and Jeff have a lot of grandfather clocks over the years. So.
Oh, my gosh,
Yep. Yeah. And so some good stuff there for the folks over at Hendrick Motorsports. And before I'm going to be honest with you, before we get into the rest of the news of the week here, as far as the Xfinity Series and the Truck Series, which we can also touch on later on, the big news that came out this past weekend as well is that yet another driver has been suspended indefinitely for domestic violence charges, and that being one Gray Golding. And now, granted, I did read the article. John, you posted in our private group chat that we have when we're off the air here. Gray was charged with, I forget what the exact substandard of the domestic violence charge was, but either which way, still a felony by any stretch of the imagination. And with that, he did post bond and was issued a summons to appear. So we're going to see what happens with that. But as of right now, 26-year-old Gray Golding is officially suspended indefinitely from NASCAR.
But anyways, back to Martinsville.
Yeah, back to Martinsville here. And
we got off on a tangent there.
Yeah, we did. But, hey, that is bird and rubber, baby.
That's it, man.
But one last thing that we'll touch on here real quick before we get ready to go over and speak with our guest of the week, Joseph Colta, which I'm looking forward to having Joey back on the show again this week. But we got to talk about this gentleman right here. He moved down to the Xfinity Series as a more of a part-time schedule than anything because he wanted to be able to have a better work-life balance. And boy, did he do wonders this past weekend at Martinsville. Eric Almirola gets himself an emotional win this past weekend.
Yep.
He sure did. That was good stuff. See Eric Almirola up front there. Talking Xfinity Series, I cannot go without saying two things. Number one, Carson Voppel finishes. Whatever the hell it is, KVIP. But anyway, I love Carson, and he finished 4th. It's awesome. And then the other thing about the Xfinity Series is my Bubba Pollard T-shirt came in.
Yeah, I saw that this past weekend on social media. Not gonna lie, that's a great looking shirt, but it ain't gonna look that good on you.
Hey, I'm big, fat, and happy, and sassy, and all that stuff.
Yeah, and you make sure to do plenty of this too.
Oh, Jesus! Here we go.
Well, guys, getting back to Eric, if I remember right, the last time he was in Victory Lane, I was with him back in our old Stuart Haas days at Talladega.
That's right.
It's been quite a while, actually. Yeah. So the fact that we get to see him take home a win is really, really good stuff.
Yeah, Hal Schaefer is a gentleman that does hunting shows with Zippy, and Hal and I were in the Victory Lane together, and we're going to have Hal on the show in about a month. He's out chasing the Thunder Chickens right now.
Oh, God.
Oh, awesome. And Zippy, folks, in case you're like, who's Zippy? If you're new to us, Greg Zippindelli, the competition director at Stuart Haas.
Yep. And and you know what? I just happened to read it over here too while I was looking over some of my notes here. Another great thing that made this memorable for Eric this past weekend in Martinsville is he not only removes an asterisk from his career record, but he collected the first $100,000 check in the Dash for Cash bonus.
Oh, that means he's eligible here for the.
Yep.
Oh, you'll see more Eric Almirola, I'm sure.
Oh yeah, exactly. So again, some great stuff for. Great stuff for Eric Almirola in the Xfinity Series this weekend, this past weekend, and when we get to picks coming up for Texas too, that coming up later on in the show, I think that's going to be interesting to see exactly how that all pans out, and we'll see what happens.
Don't forget who won the trucks.
Well, so we're actually going to touch on that when we get later on in the show here, because we do need to be getting off to that next four in fuel. But when we come back here, folks, we're going to be sitting down with our old buddy, Joey Coulter. And it's going to be a lot of fun having Joey back on the show this week when we come back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver. And we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50% and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
we can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
Help every child we can.
Because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
Because their future
is our future.
And there's still so much they can teach us.
Visit us online at burningrubberradio.com for recipes from the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more great content.
Yeah, man, I'll tell you what, that dang old internet, man, you just go on there and point and click. It's real easy, man.
Now back to more Burning Rubber Radio.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It is producer Wayne along with the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and Andrew DeLay. Yeah. Oh, my. Andy, seriously, Andy? I swear, you make those funny faces. You make me want to hit Muttley, I swear.
Oh, my gosh.
But either way, we got to get on over here to our featured guest of the week this week. And back with us once again for a little check-in time, we have Drive Refine's own Joey Coulter. Joey, welcome back, brother.
Hey, thanks for having me.
Hey, you know it, my man. Hey, so word on the street has it that you're about to move into a brand new house, and we were talking about this in the open of the show here, where you've got a slide in your house now.
Yeah, we got like a playroom for the girls and stuff, and instead of making the closet a closet, we basically just extended it out some and made a little playhouse reading nook for the girls, and there was enough room at the end of it where we could put a little spiral slide. So with as hot as it gets down here, and or as much as it rains sometimes, it just seemed like a good idea, because I don't know if you've met my kids. They're a lot like my wife.
Yep.
So entertainment is key.
I love. Hey, wait, Joey, I need to tell you something. Beware. Wayne's saying that he wants to climb on that slide and try it out, and I've already told him it'll collapse the whole dang thing.
Anything will work once.
See, I told you. You didn't want to believe me, but
it'll work. I want to get a video of that and watch the whole dang thing collapse, and then Joey throw you out by the seat of your pants. That'd be funny.
Good luck with him picking me up, though. That's the thing. Oh man. But either which way here, Joey, good news there on that front, getting ready to move into a brand new house and everything like that. But the big thing we want to really touch on and talk about here is the fact that one Ryan Rocketman Newman has been piloting your cars lately and has been on a bit of a tear in the late model world and also in the stock world as well.
Yeah, he's been driving our number 2 Smart Tour modified that Randy Renfro takes care of, and it's been going really well. Him and I both kind of had a decent start to the season. We both had good runs at Florence, and then both had issues at South Boston. We were okay at Caraway, and then he picked up the win at Tri-County about a week ago, and then had a top 10 at Orange County the other night. We were having a good run, and then we had what's known in the industry as a catastrophic oil pan failure.
You mean what happened to Andy at Charlotte back 10 years ago?
Yeah. But it's been really cool having him as a teammate over on the Coulter Motorsports side of things. Been a lot of fun. He's it's funny how watching us work together is funny, because we're both pretty quiet people. So I think over the course of a weekend, there's quite a bit of information exchanged. It's just, it happens in like 15 words.
Yeah, right.
But it's great having him on board. He's obviously got a ton of experience in these cars, which is it's great for for Randy's operation for sure, but it definitely helps us as a whole company, because I've already learned quite a few things from him.
I could almost picture it now, Andy. I bet Joey says it's like 15 words. I bet you it's like, don't go there, go here, win, 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 over and done with.
Yeah. Pretty much. It's simple, and it's I don't mind it at all. I mean, we race really good together, and I've been really fortunate racing these modifieds. I had Brandon Ward as a teammate last year, and
right.
They decided to do their own stuff with Day Motorsports like they do over at the stadium, and we're still really good buddies. We all park together, so we're kind of like three different teams that all work together, which is nice.
Oh yeah. Now,
and talking about Coulter Motorsports and what you're doing and Drive Refine, especially Drive Refine. Tell us a little bit about your team, what you're doing with coaching, some of your up and coming drivers, and that type of thing.
Yeah. So right now, Drive Refine, I've been really fortunate where I've got a few guys that are really climbing the ladder and doing a really good job and putting in a lot of work. So I've been able to sort of reduce the total number of drivers that I work with, and I'm able to work with all these guys more often individually, which is a cool little evolution. But like Landon Lewis is kind of been I've been working with him the longest, I think, out of all of them. He actually set fast time in the Cars Tour late model stock race at Hickory Saturday night, and I think he ended up 13th.
Nice.
Hudson Bolger in a pro late model. He just started running the Cars Tour in the pro late models this year, and he's had a couple strong runs already. Then Carson Brown's been doing a lot of dirt racing. I've been working with him and Luke Morey. So it's been a neat little evolution. Still trying to grow the stable and pick up a couple younger guys like Isaac Kitzmiller. He's still running in the Legends stuff with Joe Ryan Racing, and they were at Wake County Friday night, and I think he qualified on the pole and finished second or third. So got a lot of good things going there on the Drive Refine side of things.
Very cool.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is. That's very awesome, man. And of course, Drive Refine's been with Burning Rubber Radio for several years now, and we love flying the Drive Refine flag here. And Joey, just so I don't forget it, how do folks and what is Drive Refine? Tell them what it's about again. It's not just driver coaching; it's Drive Refine. So, and how if they're interested, how to get in touch with you?
Yeah, basically, you can find us at driverefine.com. There's also a link from my website, joeycoulter.com, and then Drive Refine on Facebook, X, and Instagram, which, high five to me, that's the first time I've said X before Twitter.
I mean, technically it still is Twitter. It will always and forever be Twitter.
Yeah, I'm super proud of that. Anyway, so yeah, you can find us there. And basically, the Drive Refine is it's a step farther than driver coaching. Like, there's a lot of retired race car drivers. There's a lot of spotters that call themselves driver coaches, and there's a few of them that are good. But Drive Refine's goal is to take all of that a step further and teach drivers how to learn the craft, like learn how to race, learn how to communicate, talk to crew chiefs, other drivers, really break down their car in more than just, tight, loose, or it sucks. Right. And we do it all basically remote, so I can help with the notes and watch in-car videos and stuff from anywhere as long as I got internet. And after the trend is after 5 or 6 races, these drivers start spitting out a bunch of information, and then the results start piling in because the crew chief's making better adjustments every week.
See, and that's awesome stuff. In fact, actually, case in point, we did it last year when we had Alex Pignon testing over at Hickory too. And one thing I noticed, Joey, is that shortly after the packet that you had sent myself and John to get Alex ready for his test, and of course, also communicating with Bobby Dale as well. John, you and I know you can agree with this point too. He's slowly starting to get better.
Yeah, that really worked good, Wayne. You're correct. Austin was over there helping out and did a fantastic job. I was really impressed. I mean, I thought they really worked real good with him and helped them improve. And guys, get a hold of Joey if you need some help. He can help you out.
Exactly. And this is coming, and folks, again, if you're listening to us on the radio or watching us on Rumble, YouTube, wherever you're watching us at, listening to us at, this is coming from firsthand experience, seeing this in action. What Joey does with Drive Refine is no joke. He puts in a lot of work when it comes to, getting you things like track facts, things like banking in the corners, ideas on like speed, like if there's any camera footage, anything like that. Joey breaks it all down for you so you know what to expect going into a race or even just as simple as a test, for that matter of fact. Joey puts in so much work, guys, that honestly, between that and being a dad and being a husband, I'm surprised he hasn't gone mentally insane yet.
Well, I mean, I just don't tell anybody.
Well, that's true too. That's true too.
Yeah. Wayne, that's why he gets along with us so well.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Exactly.
You got to be nuts to hang out with us, man.
Oh, man. But with that said here, folks, we are just about out of time here for the week with Joey. But, Joey, we can't let you leave without those 3 famous words, brother. And I don't even have to tell you because you know what they are.
Oh, hold on. I got them written down somewhere. Wait a minute. Oh, burning rubber, baby.
There we go. All right.
Folks, I will say that Joey Coulter has been yelling those 3 words longer than anyone on this show. As far as he's not even a guest here; he's part of this thing now.
Yep.
Yeah, he's family. Are you kidding?
Yeah, that's right.
Yep. Joey, along with folks like Larry Mack, John Force, you know, Kyle Larson, even for that matter of fact, because we've had Kyle on numerous times too. All of them. Burning Rubber Radio family, Burning Rubber Army. You know, honestly.
Hey, BRR Army.
Well, actually, and really, in theory, we're not even BRR anymore because we do radio and TV. We're just the BR Army now.
Yeah, that's right. Burn rubber, baby.
Yeah. All right. Well, with that said here, folks, we're going to step aside. We're going to take our next 4 in fuel. And Joey, hang around because I think John might be cooking up some pork chops, and I know you like to eat just as much as we do. So hang around because we're gonna have the NASCAR chef John.
I'm all excited to eat, man.
Oh, my God. Folks, we're going to break. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm Ryan Blaney, a third-generation race car driver, and we dedicate a lot of our time to going as fast as possible. My grandpa Lou is the reason why my dad and I started racing, and I'm really proud to follow in his tracks. But when my grandpa was diagnosed with Alzheimer's, it was a very unexpected bump in the road for us. I've learned a lot on this journey with my grandpa Lou, and the memories of my grandpa will always be with me. And in our family, we're used to getting involved, and I encourage you to do the same, especially when it comes to caring for your loved ones. When I think about Alzheimer's and the impact it had on my family, I recognize that losing a race isn't such a bad day after all. It's important to notice if older family members are acting differently, experiencing problems with their memory, or having trouble with routine tasks. Talking about Alzheimer's can be really tough, but if you notice something, have a conversation with your loved one. Encourage them to see a doctor or offer to go with them. Early detection of Alzheimer's can give your family time to explore support services, make a plan for the future, and access available treatments. If you or your family are noticing changes, it could be Alzheimer's. Talk about seeing a doctor together.
Looks like you've been sleeping well.
Megan, he's back. The MyPillow guy.
And you're looking good.
Still feeling good.
Well, just when you thought it couldn't get any better, we've got the best pillow ever, MyPillow 2.0. When I invented MyPillow, it had everything you'd ever want in a pillow. Well, now there's new technology that makes it even better. MyPillow 2.0 has my patented fill combined with a cooling fabric with temperature-regulating thread. MyPillow 2.0 is truly the next generation of MyPillow.
Now's the time to go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use the promo code to save 50% on your MyPillow 2.0. Not only that, for a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free.
You're sleeping even better.
And cooler, too.
And you're looking good.
Feeling good.
I knew you would.
MyPillow.com.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
that when we help others,
We heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
We can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
Is simple.
help every child we can.
because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
Then there's still work to do.
because their future
Is our future.
and there's still so much they can teach us.
The grill is fired up, and the chef has something good cooking. It's the NASCAR chef, John Dix, and more Burning Rubber.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It is producer Wayne, along with the NASCAR chef John Dix and Andrew DeLay and Andy. The hell was that?
What's that, John? Are you messing with something?
I
don't know.
John did. I think Andy stepped on a duck.
Okay, somebody is messing with us. Joey's not here anymore, so it can't be.
I guarantee you, somewhere along the line, Andy is stepping on a. Hang on, let me look under the desk here for a second. Hold. Andy, get that damn duck out of here.
Oh my God!
Oh Lord, folks! I tell you what. Eventually, here, very soon, we're going to be going live on TikTok and everything like that. So you guys are going to get to see some of these shenanigans as they're happening live while we're recording the show for the week. So
I know what people will be like. Oh boy!
Wow.
Get off of that sound thing, man!
I'm gonna reach over there and unplug that thing.
John, we cannot do your spot without Wayne doing some shenanigans, or I admit I do a little bit too. But man, it's time to eat, buddy.
Yeah,
Okay,
it
guys.
is definitely time to eat here, John. What you got for us this week, brother?
Well, this week, guys, we have a good comfort food. We're doing pork chops with corn and zucchini.
Whoa, I'm already hooked. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. What do you got?
Okay, guys, we're going to start with 2 cups of cooked whole kernel corn, 2 cups of sliced zucchini, 2 tablespoons of water, about 8 pork chops. You want to have them about a ½ inch thick, nice and lean. That'll be about 2 pounds, okay? And 1 envelope of bacon shake coating mix. That's all you need. Very simple. We're going to preheat our oven to 350, and in a bowl, you want to mix the corn, the zucchini, and the water, and then pour it into a 13x9 casserole dish. Coat the pork chops with the breading mix according to the package, whatever it says on the package, and then sprinkle the remaining coating over the vegetables that's in the dish. Then you're going to arrange the pork chops on top of the vegetable mixture. Boy, I can't talk today.
All right.
And then,
It's Andy stepping on those ducks. He done got you tongue tied.
that's what it is. I thought I was cooking duck for a minute.
Oh my God.
Anyway.
Then bake them in the oven for about 40 minutes, guys. Very simple, good comfort food, and it'll be some great pork chops without the duck.
Yeah, there's no ducks.
Oh my
Dang
God.
ducks.
Andy, you know those pork chops sound good, but God knows,
Yes.
God knows you and your spices. I know what's going to happen though.
Yeah, man. Yeah, one of those, right?
Yep. And
Man, I'm so happy that we got the NASCAR chef here that has a sense of humor when you decide to wreck his recipes, Wayne.
hey, you know what? You have fun with it too. So
I do too. So
exactly.
Not mad at us.
Maybe in a couple of weeks I'll do a duck recipe.
Oh my gosh! You hear that, Quacker?
He's like, what? What?
He all dance. He left.
Yeah. He said, "Oh shit!"
He heard it. He's like, "Wah, wah, 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 wah."
Oh my gosh!
All you can see is that waddling ass as he's running away.
Yeah.
Oh man, folks. God, we have fun doing this every single week. Yeah,
Yes, we do.
If it weren't for the satire, folks, we would be way too serious with this show. And the satire is what keeps things. It's what keeps things fluid. And for those that might be listening to the show, like say if you're just catching us now at this part of the show on the radio, or if you just happen to get to this part via the video, when you come back and look specifically for the recipe segment in the show period, the levity in the show is what keeps us going every single week. If it weren't for the levity, you know, we understand if it's not your bag. We understand if you're a stuck up asshole. And red flag. But
put that in there. Wait till you know where to put the air wrench.
But regardless of the fact here, folks, we know most of you love the levity. In fact, almost all of you love the levity in the show. But for that one random stuck-up asshole,
I figured you marked that.
No, I was going to say I was almost waiting for another air horn, but there it goes. But the best part is, folks, the unfiltered version, you get to hear the YouTube and Rumble versions. You get to hear the unfiltered version. The radio, you get to hear the and but again.
Also talking about that, folks, head on over to TikTok, Burning Rubber Radio. Follow, and we'll follow you back. And then, of course, YouTube. Please go over there and follow us on YouTube. Check us out on Facebook, X. Please follow. We follow back.
And Rumble as well, too. Rumble.com. Search for Burning Rubber Radio. And just let us know you're out there watching. Leave us a comment on the videos, things like that. We love to interact with each and every one of you that tune into the show each and every week here, folks. And but again, the levity is what makes Burning Rubber. Like there are no ifs, ands, buts, or bullshit about it at that point. That's what makes us special. And,
absolutely, guys. Yeah, absolutely, guys. Everybody needs to go to Rumble, watch our show, and let us know what you think. Give us some input. We're big boys. We can take it. So.
Oh yeah. Well, we really are big boys. But
I'm bigger than others.
Fuck you.
Hold on.
But with that said here, folks, if you ever want to get a hold of the NASCAR chef, all you got to do is reach out to him via email at john@brrtv.net. That's john@brrtv.net. And send him a recipe, snide remarks, compliments, whatever you want to send to the NASCAR chef. Just make sure it's not any bearskin rugs, because we don't need John laying on those.
Oh my God, that's an old one.
Yeah, really. But either which way here, folks, take one last good look at the recipe for the week, and it being pork chops with corn and zucchini. And with that said here, we're going to get ready to step aside, take that final four and fuel of the show here this week, boys. And when we come back, we got Truck Series news, NHRA to talk about, and Andy, Verstappen's back in the news again. Can we just, can we just, I feel like we're just rewinding every single week when it comes to Formula One, but.
Well, guys, my old boss won this weekend, so we got to talk about that.
Yeah, we got to talk a little bit about that too. We'll do that when we come back. Oh my God!
Wait, God dang it! Get that duck out of here!
You're the one stepping on him.
To celebrate the new year, we're having the biggest sale ever on overstock clearance and brand new products. For example, save 60% on our Goose Down comforters, the best comforters ever. They go perfectly with our MyPillow bed sheets and duvet covers. Save 25% on our brand new kitchen towels. They're made with the same technology as our famous My Towels. Our initial quantities are extremely low, so get them now before they go. Our seasonal flannel sheets are finally in. You save up to 50%, and they sell out fast every year, so order now. They're truly the best flannel sheets you'll ever sleep on. Or save up to 80% on all our clearance items. And this is where it gets even better. For a limited time, your entire order ships absolutely free. So go to MyPillow.com or call the number on your screen. Use that promo code to get deep discounts on all MyPillow products. And for a limited time, your order ships absolutely free.
What can we learn from a child?
That spreading joy
is more important than a trophy.
That when we help others,
we heal ourselves.
That with a little love,
we can make the biggest impact.
At Speedway Children's Charities,
our mission
is simple.
Help every child we can.
Because all children deserve joy.
And hope.
And love.
And if one child is still in need,
then there's still work to do.
Because their future
is our future.
And there's still so much they can teach us.
Burning Rubber is social. Follow us on X at twitter.com/BRR_radio. Now back to more Burning Rubber.
And we are back on Burning Rubber. It is producer Wayne, along with the NASCAR chef John Dixon, Andrew DeLay, and oh man, John, you were John was talking to us off the air about possibly Andy doing a duck recipe coming up here in a couple of weeks, and
here we go.
He is really stepping on that quacker.
Yeah.
But either which way here, folks. Again, we love our sound effects on Burning Rubber Radio, if you hadn't already noticed. So,
geez.
John had a great idea to go along with that, Andy, and I found the perfect one here.
Okay.
That's exactly what that duck's going to be saying when he gets in that pot of boiling water that John's cooking him in next week.
Man, I wish we could would you get that duck out of here?
He's kicking him under the table, Andy, is what he's doing.
Yeah, he is. That's what that
Oh, my God. But either which way, folks, we've got to get back to news of the week here. We got a little bit of final news to touch on before we get out of here for this week. And we told you earlier on that we were going to touch on the truck series as soon as we got into it here. And McAnally Hilgeman, Andy, they're back in it once again here. And Christian Eckes gets a late race restart to win a grandfather clock at Martinsville.
Mm-hmm. That was cool.
And this isn't his first win of the season, I don't think.
No, this is his second.
Yeah.
Good for Christian, man. Good guy, and I definitely like who he's running for. Good people out there.
Oh,
I think they're California based. At least they were once.
I think
Hilgeman was.
Yeah, I think so. I think they're over here in North Carolina now, if I'm not mistaken.
They probably are.
And but man, I tell you what, we got to move on over here real quickly into the world of NHRA because this one is some big news. John Force gets a win, and you may be wondering, you're like, wait a minute, Austin Prock won this past weekend's events and everything like that. So remember what we told you guys a couple of weeks ago here, where the original Winter Nationals that was in California was canceled due to weather, so they had to move the championship race to the Phoenix event as well, and so they ended up running two, not one, but two championship races at Phoenix this past weekend.
Two. Yeah, right. Mm-hmm.
I swear, Eddie, you ain't right. But
I'm glad you clarified that, Wayne.
Yeah, right. Not one, but two. And but with that said, here back to what we were talking about. And John Force gets the Winter Nationals win for the makeup event at Phoenix this past weekend. So the cool part is he actually beat Matt Hagan, Andy, and we all know who Hagan races for, and John knows too, actually. Old Tony Stewart.
Tony, how did Tony do? Wasn't he running?
So I'm sitting here looking over the results from that makeup championship race that they had from the Winter Nationals here. Justin Ashley gets the Winter Nationals winning streak and keeps it alive in regards to that event. And then in Pro Stock here, I'm trying to remember the exact name of the gentleman, Dallas Glenn in Pro Stock won the Winter Nationals version of the event for the championship race. And then, but moving on here over to the actual event from this past weekend in the NHR here, Austin Prock gets the funny car win. So John Force Racing goes 2 for 2 in drag race events this last weekend here. And then Sean Langdon gets the win in Top Fuel, and Greg Anderson gets the win in Pro Stock. And I'm looking to see if Tony Stewart is in the news anywhere here. I don't see him. The only one that I see that is the most common is Steve Torrance. So it doesn't look like Tony did anything this past weekend. Oh, wait a minute.
Tony,
no, actually, no, here it is. He
won something.
Let's see. Justin Ashley reached his second straight final and 21st overall on the strength of round wins against Tony Schumacher, Doug Coletta, and Tony Stewart. So Justin Ashley beat Smoke.
Okay, well at least Smoke's. I give the guy credit, man. He's out there doing his thing in a different type of thing. You know, no stock cars, no dirt. He's in a dragster. That cat can run anything.
He legitimately can. There is no doubt about it. So, you know, good stuff for Smoke being Smoke is what we call the versatile racer.
A little bit, right?
Yeah, what he won, guys? He won one of his.
He did
one of the rounds, Top Fuel rounds.
He did win. Yeah. He did get a round win on Sunday.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that was his first ever, and good for him.
Yeah.
Yes. Excellent.
Yeah, really good stuff for Smoke there. Another bit of fines, Andy, that come out this weekend here after Richmond, and that being one Joey Gase. Now this broke a little bit later in the week last week. Joey Gase from the Xfinity Series was fined $5,000 on Wednesday after throwing his rear bumper at Dawson Cram during last Saturday's, 2 weeks ago, at Richmond Raceway.
I was wondering when that was going to happen, but hell, he's made that and more on T-shirt sales off of that. I saw that online.
Yep, NASCAR.
They only fined him because he couldn't get the part of the car inside the window to hit the guy. So that's all.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, NASCAR deemed it as a safety violation, which falls under Section 8.8.8, literally 888. You know, dial that 188 number. Section 888K of the NASCAR rulebook, which states that a safety violation may be imposed for any action or omission by a competitor or vehicle that creates an unsafe environment or poses a threat to the safety of the competitors as determined by NASCAR.
And I bet you that has more to do with Joey going down the track to throw that thing at the cars as they went past.
Probably, most likely. And Joey Gase fined $5,000 for that one here. And folks, if you want to see the video here, I wish I had. We're working on some upgrades in the studio where eventually we'll be able to have these cool little videos that we can show everybody. But it's on X. So if you go to the NASCAR on NBC X page, you'll be able to see all of that. Which, by the way, NBC is getting ready to take over here in just a couple of weeks with their half of the season. So we're looking forward to seeing what Dale Earnhardt Jr. and
NBC, Wayne?
Yeah, NBC.
There might be something going on with NBC. Yeah,
I know, right?
Really.
Some stuff there. But some other news that actually just broke here back on the 4th of April, Andy. The inaugural High Performance Expo, which is the exclusive business and consumer show of the North Carolina Motorsports Association, has been scheduled for June 3rd through the 5th at the Charlotte Convention Center. And this event is designed to bring together all segments of the racing and performance community for the first time in the heart of the auto racing industry in Charlotte, North Carolina.
Right.
And based on the press release here, the first of its kind event is focused on the lucrative automotive aftermarket and has something for everyone, both professional race teams, manufacturers of new cars, and high-performance parts, include retail performance shops, industry experts, enthusiasts, the whole 9 yards here. So with that here, the High Performance Expo will be a car-centric playground showcasing the best of auto racing and the automotive aftermarket like none other. And this is a quote directly from NCMA Chairman of the Board, Greg Walter, and also Executive Vice President and General Manager of the Charlotte Motor Speedway as well. And there is no better place to hold the annual event than Charlotte, home of auto racing and the NASCAR Hall of Fame, and a community rich in history and passion for modifying and racing automobiles.
Excellent. Wayne, you need to be there.
We'll definitely try and be there. We will most certainly try and be there.
I know that we're John and I are going to try to be at PRI this December up in Indianapolis. That'd be great if you could be at this in Charlotte.
It'd definitely be some fun times, but it's but that schedule is June 3rd through the 5th in 2025. So we have a year to go.
All right, I'm sorry. We got a year.
Yeah, we got a year. We got a year to go before we have to worry about that. But
Lord, no telling how many ducks will get us by that time.
Had to kick that little sucker again just to shut him up there. Good Lord.
Anyway,
but something that we don't have a year to wait on here, folks, is picks for Texas.
Yeah.
And we gotta get those picks in, because if we don't, well, we're not gonna know we're not gonna know who's lucky and who's not this week. So, John, you got 2 wins in a row back to back here with picks these past 2 races. So you get pick number 1 to see if you can go 3 for 3.
Well, I'm going with the champion, Kyle. I mean, I was going to say Kyle Larson.
He was the champion.
But Joey Logano, number 22.
Okay. All right. So number 20 of Joey, number 22 of Joey Logano there. So we'll see if he can get it done this weekend at Texas. Andy, you are up next.
Ty Gibbs going to break through and get his first W at Texas.
Nah, I don't know about that one.
I tell you what, either that or it's going to be Bubba, because Bubba's been running strong.
Yeah, he's been running good.
Well, now wait a minute. We're picking for Cup, not Xfinity. Bubba Pollard's not racing the Cup race this weekend.
Bubba Pollard. I'll slap you.
Unless you mean Bubba
Bubba Wallace, you moron.
Oh, God. If Bubba wins, we'll never hear the end of it, though.
No, but I'm going to stick with Ty Gibbs.
Yeah, there you go. Good stuff. You know what? I'm going to say the fact that we've had a good Hendrick showing so far this season. I am going to go with the showman, Alex Bowman, to take it home this weekend.
You're a bandwagon rider.
What a kick here.
If I was going to pick a Hendrick car, I would have picked Larson.
Larson, my God, yeah.
Well, the thing is I've picked Larson a few times already this year, so I gotta limit my 5 spread. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay, you got a point there.
Yeah.
Well, no.
So, either way. With that said, here, folks, that is those are picks for the week here. Ty Gibbs for Andy DeLay, Joey Logano for John Dix, and I'm going with Alex Bowman this weekend coming up at Texas. And with that said here, we have got to get out of here for another week of Burning Rubber Radio and TV on all of our wonderful affiliate platforms, whether you be on the radio, WTHU, Radio St. Pete, Florida Sports Stream, wherever you might be listening to us at on the radio, or on Rumble, YouTube, wingding.tv, and God only knows where we might appear next on your TV screens. But with that said here,
NBC. Hopefully.
Yeah, you never know. But with that said here, for Andy DeLay and for the NASCAR chef John Dix, and for our guest this week, Joey Coulter, I'm producer Wayne, and until next week, we love you guys. Burning rubber, baby!
Burning rubber, baby.
Burning rubber, baby.
Burning Rubber Radio is a production of White Lightning Entertainment with studios in Statesville, North Carolina, and was brought to you by Drive Refine. It's more than driver coaching, it's Drive Refine. Visit driverefine.com to get signed up today. This week's show was produced by Wayne Owens. Remember to visit burningrubberradio.com for news, recipes, and more great content. Burning Rubber Radio can be seen on Rumble, YouTube, or wingding.tv and heard on radio stations nationwide. Any use of the accounts or descriptions contained in this broadcast must be the express written permission of White Lightning Entertainment.